Hello and welcome to New Hope Dairy and Cattle Farm. Well, we're into November. We've really done quite a bit of work. We were up at just after 8 and it was dark and rainy and cameras weren't looking good, so we did a bit of work. We cleared the calves that were born, 3 calves that were born, and I must show you the one calf. It's just, I think he's in here. They were all bulls that we had today, so it was a bit disappointing, but still. And yeah, how much food have we got in there? Water, yeah, we got enough in there. And let's have a look at the 3 that we got in here. So we've got Hercules, and just look at Hercules' stats. 3 extremely highs. Fantastic. Really, really good bull. And that's probably going to have to go into our breeding area at some time. Velocity, not bad at all. And then night, even the poorest of the 3 is very good. So we cannot complain with the quality of stock we're getting, especially in our brown Swiss. In any case, that was just a by-the-by point. So let's go. Now, we've already moved our bulls into the bullpen. We've moved our beef cows into the cow pen at the top there. But we run into a problem now, because we want to keep all these separate. So what we should really have done is opened up a similar pen that we did to the goat shed, that had a shed and a meadow all together. And are these guys moving around? Yes, they are moving around. So I don't really want to change everything now. So I've gone and I've sourced a couple of really cheap barns, which we're going to put over just to the side here. So if we go to animals, we go to cows, and we go down. So we want them to, there's an even cheaper one of 8,000, but that can only take 20 cows, so I want a few more therefore to accommodate for our growth. So this is just a breeding barn, so there's no milk production or anything like that. And these will be our winter barns for our different breeding stock. So if we put that over there, I just want to see which side is there. I want to swing that around. There we go. We get them just lined up with the goat. Fantastic. So we need to put 3 of these up. Just over 16,000 each. So compared to other cow barns, pretty good really. They're very basic, but they will do the job. They will do the job. And we'll do one more down here. Oh, I didn't swing that one around. In any case, it's not serious. No, it's fine. That's the way I want them. I want to be to be able to put the animals in from the front and take them out from the front. So there we go. So we've only got 3 at the moment, so we'll just put 3 up for now. There we go, all ready for us. So what I'm going to do is I've got the trailer down here. I'm just going to put in some food, and then we'll go and pick up the quad and come and move the cows across, or the cattle across, because it's a mixture. We should have given ourselves a bit more space to work across there, I suppose. So where do we fill up food? No, I think that's where we take the manure out. We do need to take it out with the bobcat though. The food goes in here. I forgot I had the front end loaders on again. Let's put some lights on so we can... Right, so we'll fill that up. Right, I'll fill up the other 2 off camera, so we'll just go and drop this off at the top, pick up the quad bike and come and move the animals across. So we'll see you once we've got the quad bike down here. Right, so here we are back again, and let's just get this out. I'll just pick these bottom 2 up at the same time, move them into our herding stick, and we can separate them when we get them to the barns. So we'll select all and move selected to trailer. Okay. Very nice. And go and sort out our brown Swiss. So with these we can just move them all across, because these are our breeding stock. So right, so what have we got? 4 here, and select all, move selected. Fantastic. So that we can go and put these 2, and then we'll go and pick up the Anguses on the other side. So we'll put our brown Swiss in the first one. So select... No, we don't want to select all. That's not going to work. That's all our brown Swiss. Move selected. Why is it only 3 animals? Should be more. And that one as well. Move selected. Yep. Okay, and escape. So we should have some brown Swiss in there. Indeed we do. So now we can go put the Holsteins into this one here. We've got to bring some food back to them, but we'll get that sorted out off camera. And Gracie, why have we not... We need to sort out that one. It hasn't been tagged. Move selected. Okay. So let's just put this back on the quad and then we can go and pick up the Angus. It's going to look mighty crowded in there if we ever get to 40 animals in there. And right, this is the Holstein here. Let's see what we've got here. I can't remember how many we've got in here now. Got a fair amount. Well, I think this one's got the most, 7, yeah. Alright, select all. Move selected to trailer. Okay. I think we're sitting again with a situation where we've got a lot of food left in the pastures. Didn't think about that yesterday when I was doing all the filling up. So we are by no means fully efficient yet. We are far from it, to be honest. And would help if I click the right button. Can select all this time and move them to husbandry. No, we don't want to do that. Move selected. Fantastic. There we go. And we've moved all our... Oh no, we've still got one other one to sort out. We've got to go and sort out the brown Swiss breeding pasture. I think we're going to put up a pen at the top there because I don't want to mix them in with the beef cows, just in case a beef bull gets hold of one of them. Right, let's head on up there, and I think we can go around this way just for a different change of view. What I can do is just show you, if you remember the bottom grass field that we planted, ended up being planted in 2 stages, and I think in the last episode when I showed them to you, the area that was planted after 12 o'clock was not showing any grass, but it has grown, and we're now in stage 2. And the center part, which was planted before 12 o'clock at midnight, is now in stage 3. But we can hold on to that. Our wheat is, I think, in stage 3 as well. Yeah. There we go, stage 3 of 8. So yeah, I thought I'd just show that to you before we head on up to the other pen. This one here, I think we may have a bit more of a problem in placing them in terms of the slope. Try and get it to the top here somewhere, and see if we can place it somewhere where it's relatively flat. And it's going to have to be quite close to the pasture, because we need a bit of space to work on this field. So let's have a look and see where we can place that. So we want cows again, and there we go. So this is which side are we on now? We really want to be on this side here, preferably, but there's going to be a little bit more. What's it look like if we go here? So I'm thinking we're going to have to, maybe, is there any place down the side here? That's just getting worse and worse, isn't it? What happens if we do it this way? Right, well, it looks like we might have to do a bit of smoothing out, but let's have a look and see how bad it comes out. I think we can get away with it without doing any. We'll find that when we're driving through here, coming to feed and that type of stuff. We should be feeding along here. Yeah, it looks okay to me. We'll leave the grass long. Hides multitude of errors. Oh, why did we get on? We didn't have to get on. So this one is going to look a bit crowded, I think. Here we go. And we'll move all across. So select all. How many we've got? 12. Move selected. Move to trailer. Okay. And we don't have far to go. Right there. And select all. Move selected to husbandry. Okay. There we go. We've got all our brown Swiss in for the winter. So everything on the farm now is in their barns. The Holstein, of course, are just staying in the normal milking parlour. That's where we're going to keep them. And we're starting to get there. Of course, we'll have to keep checking these pens to make sure that any pregnant females, oh, they're sticking his head through there, so that's not great, but hopefully we won't see that too many times. Okay, so we'll get on and we'll put some feed into all these new barns, and yeah, we're ready for the winter. So I think that's where I'm going to end this episode. With that little bit of building, we'll have to start thinking about making some tracks and roads all over the farm. We'll do that during the winter months. We've got some new water systems to put in for these pastures to keep the water pumping up from the station instead of us having to fill them up. So there's a couple of little winter projects that need to be done. In any case, thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this episode, please like and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one. Cheerio.